From Whitehall High School in Whitehall, Ohio, it's Mid-State League Ohio Division Football. This matchup features the Grandview Bobcats and the Whitehall Rams. Hi again, everybody. Murphy Horning here alongside my color man and statistician Calvin Horning and our producer John Sterniker. Grandview enters this game with a record of 4-0. Whitehall is 1-3, but Calvin, this Rams team has been the thorn in Grandview's side the last half dozen years.
Yeah, for sure. Whitehall has won 5 of the last 6 against Grandview, and they're on a 3-game winning streak against Grandview.
Indeed, that is the case. And when Grandview comes here, even when Grandview is the better team and it's a game that the Bobcats should win 7 times out of 10, it's the Rams who come away with it. For instance, in 2014, Grandview only lost 2 games that year to Bexley, and the second loss was against Whitehall. And that was a team that Grandview had a better record than. Whitehall, they entered this game with a record of 1-3. They lost 38-24 versus Columbus Academy last week. They had a great comeback that fell short as they trailed 35-8 in the middle of the third quarter, and they had a good effort the rest of the game, but to no avail. They still lost by 2 touchdowns. Grandview enters this game with a record of 4-0 off a hard-fought 31-10 game against Bexley and Calvin. That was a good rivalry game. It was in the trenches. That was good smash-mouth football right there.
Yeah, it was a fun game. Glad they pulled it away in the end. Went pretty late due to that 2-hour rain delay. But besides that, yeah, it was a...
Hey, for some reason, Grandview's cursed against Bexley because we had the long delay at Bexley last year. Of course, we had the 2-hour delay just last week. We want to remind you that because of OHSAA rules and regulations, this is an audio-only broadcast. We can only do audio broadcasts for away games, and the game at Harvest Prep will be an audio broadcast next week. But the 2 final home games, those will be the 2 final video broadcasts of the year, and, of course, any postseason game, home or away, are audio-only broadcasts. And it's week 5, Calvin. This is the time of year that you can start talking about computer rankings. Grandview ranks 2nd in Division 6, Region 24, behind Chillicothe Southeastern. And with Whitehall a D2 team, the Bobcats can gain a lot of computer points tonight. A lot of computer points.
Yeah, for sure. Those higher division schools are really, really valuable for a school in D6 like Grandview. Even if they're not that good of a higher division school, it still is a lot of points. That'll help, again, with Centennial, who's a good Division III program.
Indeed.
Since we were able to squeak out a win against them, that'll give us a lot of points come the end of the year and maybe just help us get into the playoffs.
And you mentioned Centennial. Centennial has won 3 straight since the Bobcats narrowed 21-20 defeat. So that has helped the Bobcats out tremendously in the computer points department. Whitehall won the toss. They elected to defer. Players still warming up on the sidelines. And in the state polls, Grandview is 14th. They are receiving votes in the D6 poll. Of course, only teams 1 through 10 are technically, quote-unquote, ranked. But the Bobcats, they are 2nd in the Central District. But this is the time, Calvin, where computer rankings and the out-of-town scoreboard, those become things to watch.
Yeah, we're getting to that time of the season where you got to belt down, try and get some points in the computer rankings, and make headway towards a playoff position.
Grandview, they're in the blue helmets with the GH on the side, white jerseys, white trousers. Whitehall, they are in the black and white helmets, almost like the Los Angeles Rams helmets. They have black jerseys, black trousers, white numbers, and red and white trim on the jerseys. Whitehall to kick off from their own 40. They'll kick from left to right, defending the east goal here.
Christian Gordon set to kick off here.
Christian Gordon set to kick off for the Rams on the far hash of the field at the 40-yard line. Darion Davis near side for Grandview Heights, standing at the 18 to return. Luke Lachey far side at the 18 to return for the Grandview Bobcats. Gordon standing at the 35, looks over to the sideline with the Whitehall players holding their helmets in the air for the opening kickoff. Gordon awaiting the whistle. He gets it. puts his hand in the air. He kicks a ground ball left side, but before the kick, a flag flies.
Looks like offsides.
Offsides against Whitehall, and they'll kick it from the 35 unless Grandview declines the penalty. But now you can't do that because it was a pre-kick penalty, and we'll do it again.
Very unorthodox kick there, even though it didn't count.
Yeah, it was a ground ball.
Yeah. Didn't get more than about 2 feet off of the ground at any point.
Nope.
We'll see if they do the same again on this one.
But again, Luke Lachey and Darion Davis move up closer to the 30-yard line. Darion Davis left near hash of the field. Luke Lachey far side.
Very dangerous return.
Gordon
game.
again to kick on the far hash at the 35-yard line. Whitehall standing in the huddle. Gordon talks strategy with his crew members. The players line up, and we'll do it again. Gordon puts his hand in the air, runs up, kicks a short in the air kick to Luke Lachey. He catches it at the 22. He's to the 25, 30, 35, 40, breaks a tackle 45, cuts right 50, and he dives down to the 48 of Whitehall. So great starting field position to start here for the Grandview Bobcats, Calvin.
Yeah, you could see immediately on that one, Luke Lachey had a ton of space up the middle, and he just busted through. You know, with his long legs, he can really get moving.
He makes it look easy, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's just striding across and an easy 29-yard.
First and 10 Bobcats of the 48. Kyle Casey, the quarterback. He was 9 for 16 last week against Bexley with 74 yards, 1 passing touchdown. He's in the shotgun here, 1 receiver each direction. Davis at his left hip. Casey takes a shotgun snap. He hands it to Davis. Davis to the 45. He's tripped up at the 42, dives down to the 41. So good gain on first down for Darion Davis. And it's second down and short.
Darion Davis, the ball carrier, tackled on the play by the Rams, Vaughn Williams.
Ball is spotted at the 42. You make the call there, Calvin.
We'll go 41 for this one.
Yeah, we'll say it's at the 41, second down and 3 for Grandview Heights.
One interesting thing I noticed
And
was
the Bobcats break the huddle. Glenn Cribbs wide to the right. Luke Lachey, a tight end, right side. Max Mott wide to the left. Casey takes a snap, handoff to Davis. Davis looking for the outside. He's to the 40, gets the first down. He dives down inside the 35-yard line of Whitehall. And that's a Grandview Bobcats first down. And Darion Davis, he's been so far so good for him the first 4 games. He broke the century mark in the first 3 games. He didn't last week versus Bexley, but he had 17 carries, 80 yards, good for 4.7 yards per carry. So a good start for Davis again here.
Yeah, he's been playing like he's had something left to prove, and he's been proving it.
Max Mott wide to the left, Cribbs wide, top of your screen. Casey in the gun. Kyle takes a shotgun snap. He hands it off. Here, I believe that's Alfie Sterniger. He has the first down. He dives down to the 20. So that's a big play for the Bobcats, and the Cats are in business. Alfie spotted down at the 20. That's a 15-yard carry. And just like that, 3 plays in, the Bobcats are in the red zone. First and 10, Grandview Heights at the Whitehall 20-yard line.
Yeah, John's younger brother, Alfie Sterniker, is a deceptively fast running back. I'll tell you that.
Casey in the shotgun, Sterniker at his right hip, one wide each direction, but before the snap, a flag flies. I see the official pointing in the Whitehall direction, and they rule that Whitehall was offsides, and it'll make it first and short.
Yeah, one interesting thing I noticed, there wasn't a flag on it, but on the very first play from scrimmage, one of Whitehall's corners was lined up about a yard offside on coverage, and no one noticed. It was weird.
Interesting observation there, Calvin, as Grandview lines up one wide out to near side, one top of your screen. That's Glenn Cribbs to the right. Sterniker in motion. Casey hands it off. Sterniker gets the first down, or at least he's close to it at the 10-yard line. And move the chains. It's first and goal for Grandview Heights. Melvin Tinsley made the tackle for the Whitehall Rams. 5-yard pickup for Alex Sterniker. And it's first and goal, Bobcats at the Whitehall 10-yard line. 9:52 left here in the first quarter. Grandview and Whitehall tied at none. First down for the Bobcats. Davis back in the backfield with Casey, who's in the shotgun. Casey takes a snap. Hands it off to Davis. He tries to run right side, tries to find the corner, but he cannot as he's stood up at the 10-yard line for no gain.
Yeah, that was the first play so far that Whitehall's really been able to stop the Grandview rushing attack before they got downfield.
Now it's 2nd down and goal for the Bobcats at the Whitehall 10-yard line. And Grandview breaks the huddle. They line up Glenn Cribbs wide to the right, Max Mott wide long side of the field, bottom of your screen. Casey, a quarterback sneak. He gets up to the 8, doesn't get further, and he's down there. And it's 3rd and goal, and you'd think an obvious passing down for the Bobcats.
Yeah, it would appear so. Interesting play call on 2nd and
that does puzzle me, the sneak. I mean, 2nd down and goal at the 10-yard line.
At the Whitehall 7-yard line.
Reminiscent of the 4th and 10 draw play by the Browns.
Oh, don't get me started. All right, but back here, it's 3rd and goal Bobcats at the Whitehall 8-yard line. Davis in the backfield with Casey. 2 receivers wide, short side of the field to the right. Max Mott wide to the left. Casey takes a shotgun snap. Throws for the goal line. Luke Lachey makes the catch at the 1. Is he in? Whitehall doesn't think so. A lot of lobbying going on the field. And they rule him down at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, that was real close, but I would have to agree with the refs here. I think he was just outside. But
so it's now 4th goal and about 10 inches for the Bobcats here. 4 minutes in, no score, opening series between the Bobcats and the Rams.
now here's a good time to do that quarterback sneak.
Grandview in the huddle. And let's see how they line up. They put Casey, and they're going to put him under center with Cook in the backfield. 2 receivers wide to the right. Casey takes a snap. He sneaks it. I think he got in. What's the signal? Touchdown, Grandview Heights. Kyle Casey, the quarterback sneak on 4th and goal, gives Grandview a 6-0 lead, and the Bobcats strike first.
Yeah, no doubt about that one. Got a good initial push from the offensive line. That's all Kyle needed.
Yep, and you are allowed to push guys at the high school level. Good job by his linemen to help him out. And it's 6-0 Grandview Heights. It's amazing Stacey has entered the field to kick off, or to attempt the PAT rather. Cook to snap, Casey to hold. Kyle looks over to the sideline. Gustasi steps back to the 14. Cook over the ball. Waiting, Bobcats waiting, looking at the officials. Casey again looks over to the Grandview sideline, top of your screen. Cats seem to be messed up here. But Whitehall fans want a delay of game call against Grandview. But here we go. Snap back, hold down. Gustasi's kick is up. It's a line drive kick. It's no good. Looked like it was tipped at the line. It was well short of the crossbar. And the extra point is no good.
Yeah, clearly some sort of confusion.
That was broken from the start right there.
Yeah, I wonder if something was up with Hallie or sound the wrong person. I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, and the Bobcats sure looked confused there.
Yeah, because
we will never know.
That was also the first time Hallie has not been out there for
I see two officials talking to Jason Peters on the far sideline. Wonder what this is all about.
Maybe it's a substitution issue, like they didn't let her sub in or something.
Oh, we'll never know.
Saw Hallie down there with Coach Peters talking to the officials.
Yeah, so she's not injured. I mean,
yeah. She was fine in my physics class earlier today. So
Gustasi to kick off here between the hash marks from right to left. 2 men back at the 10-yard line for Whitehall to return this kick. That's Christian Gordon near side, and it looks like DeLeon Jackson far hash of the field to return for the Rams. Gustasi awaiting the whistle, gets it, runs up, kicks a ground ball kick left side. It's picked up by Tyrese Taylor of Whitehall, and he dives on it down at the 36-yard line. And that's where the Rams will have starting field position for their first drive tonight.
Looks like we're back to the ground ball kicks
Yep.
after.
At the Whitehall 35-yard line, first down, Rams.
I'm guessing Grandview's afraid, probably, of their returners.
Yeah, Whitehall seemed afraid of Grandview's return men there, although they did kick it deep to Lachey the second time.
And that did not work out too well.
Ball spotted at the 35-yard line. Whitehall, they put Nakai Cameron in the shotgun, one man in the backfield. Cameron takes a snap, play action, looks right, throws that way. It's caught by Christian. No, he dropped it. Incomplete. He had the ball in his hands, tried to turn upfield, but he couldn't corral it. And an incomplete pass. It's now 2nd down and 10 for the Rams. Nakai Cameron last week, he was 14 for 29 passing. He had 162 yards in the air, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week against Columbus Academy. And they go with the end around here. Gordon shakes a tackle, tries to start at the middle. He's in trouble, and he's brought down to the 30-yard line for a 5-yard loss.
A little bit of trickeration there for the.
Yep, a little bit of razzle-dazzle that backfires for the Rams. And it's 3rd down and long.
Yeah, he just got swarmed by Grandview D linemen. Nowhere to run.
3rd down and 15. Cameron in the shotgun. Melvin Tinsley at his right hip. 3 receivers wide, far side to left, 1 bottom of your screen. Cameron takes a shotgun snap. He throws right, nearly intercepted, bobbled and caught. Whitehall down the sideline, 45-40, 35-30. He's leveled out of bounds at the 23-yard line. That was almost caught, almost intercepted, and then caught, and then taken down the sideline by, it looks like, Kevin Jackson.
For any of you old-fashioned football fans out there, if you remember the Immaculate Reception, that was.
It kind of seemed like that, yep.
Yeah.
1st and 10 Rams at the Grandview 24-yard line. Nakai Cameron in the shotgun. Tinsley has left hip. He hands it off to Tinsley, running right tackle. He stood up at the 23, then pushed back. Good containment by the Bobcats defensive line.
Fans that are standing against the fence in the stand, we ask you please do not stand in front of the fence. Again, those fans that are in front of the fence in the stands, we ask you please be seated so other fans.
An announcement over the PA system here asking fans not stand in front of the fence. Well, back to action here. Nakai Cameron in the shotgun. 3 receivers bunched up wide in the slot to the left, 1 wide to the right. Cameron takes a snap. He pitches it left side. He breaks a tackle 20, and he's stood up at the 18-yard line, and he gets some of it back, and it's now 3rd and medium for the Rams. Luke Lachey, the tackler for Grandview Heights. And let's call it 3rd and about 4 here. 3rd down and 4, Rams at the Bobcats' 19-yard line. Cameron in the shotgun, Tinsley at his right hip. 2 receivers stacked each direction. And looked like Grandview had a man in the backfield there. Whitehall celebrating. Looks like Darion Davis is the guilty party here. And let's look at the call. They call a false start against Whitehall. Wow. Alignment on the left side must have caused Davis to react there. And it's now 3rd and 10.
Yeah, I thought for sure that was going to be an offsides penalty, as it sure looked like they were on jump, but not the case.
Foul pushes Whitehall back to the Grandview 24-yard line. Cameron in the shotgun, actually different formation. 3 receivers stacked to the right, 1 wide to the left. Cameron in the gun. He takes a shotgun snap. He rolls to his right. He's looking down the field. He fires right side into the end zone. It's caught. Is he in bounds? No, he is not. Vaughn Williams made the catch, but he was out of bounds. And it's now 4th down.
Yeah, pretty nice effort by Williams, but he was definitely
great effort by Williams. He was fully extended, just couldn't tiptoe the end. The black surface just shy of the end line there.
Yeah, just a couple inches, maybe a foot or so out.
It's now 4th and 10. You think Whitehall would go for it here. It appears that that is the case. 4th down and 10 Rams. Whitehall going for it. 3 receivers wide to the right, 1 wide to the left. Cameron in the shotgun. He takes a snap. Again, he's rolling to his right. Looks across the field, continues to roll. He'll run. He's to the 20, 15. He veers out of bounds, close to the marker. Will he get it? And it looks like he will. As they rule him out of bounds at the 13-yard line.
Very enthusiastic.
Very exuberant PA announcer here in Whitehall. So a 12-yard run for Nakai Cameron. That play was not by design, but good presence of mind by him to roll out of the pocket and run for yardage. 2 receivers stacked left and right. Cameron takes a snap out of the pistol, handoff middle, and Tinsley is stuffed at the 11-yard line. So for a short gain there on 1st down, and it's now 2nd and medium for Whitehall. 2-yard gain for Whitehall. It's 2nd down and 8 for the Rams at the Bobcats' 11-yard line. Cameron in the shotgun. 2 receivers split out wide to the left, 2 wide to the right. They send a receiver in motion. He's now slot right. Cameron takes a shotgun snap, fakes the reverse, handoff up the middle. He bangs his way to the 7-yard line where he's stopped, and it's now 3rd and short. As Tinsley, the ball carrier, got past the 10, got bumped at the 7, and that was as far as he was going to go. And it's 3rd and short for the Rams. Whitehall, they hockey line some guys. They send 3 in, 3 out. 3rd down and 4 for the Rams at the Grandview 7-yard line. Whitehall does not need to get into the end zone. 6-0 Bobcats, 3:50 left here in the 1st quarter. They put Cameron under center, 3 men in the backfield. Cameron takes a snap, a pitch to the outside. He slips, loses the football, and he dives on it back at the 11-yard line. As Tinsley got the pitch, was looking for the outside. The Cats had that play well read, and he dove down to the 11-yard line. And again, it's 4th down for the Rams. And Whitehall, they shift some men. They substitute some guys. Can't really get a read as to whether they're kicking here. Whitehall's going for it. Cameron in the shotgun. Tinsley, actually an empty backfield. 4 receivers wide to the right, 1 wide to the left. Cameron takes a shotgun snap. He rolls to his right. He steps up, fires into the end zone. Incomplete. Good coverage by Kyle Casey. Pass was intended for Charles Miller. And Whitehall turns it over on downs. 2:58 left here in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, that was a very quick pass and maybe a little too hot for his receivers.
Yep.
Very weird drive for Whitehall there. Almost was 6.
And Joey Bertani looked like he was bearing down in on Nakai Cameron there. And he got rid of it just before he was about to take a licking. 1st and 10 Bobcats at the Whitehall 11-yard line. At the Grandview 11-yard line, my mistake. Casey in the gun, Davis to his left, 1 receiver left and right. Casey takes a snap, handoff middle to Davis. Davis looking left tackle. He's ankle tackled at the Whitehall 10-yard line for a 1-yard loss. And 2nd down and 11 for the Grandview Heights Bobcats.
2nd and 11 from the Bobcats 10-yard line.
Two minutes and change left here in the 1st quarter. Bobcats lead Whitehall 6-0. Grandview 4-0, Whitehall 1-3. 2nd down and 11 for Grandview Heights. Casey in the shotgun. Davis at his right hip. 1 receiver left and right. And some movement on the line. Whitehall says it's a false start, and that is the signal given from the officials. And this is going to push Grandview back to the 5-yard line.
Not a very good time for a.
Nope.
Makes it 2nd and very long on their own 5-yard line.
Now it's 2nd down and 16. Bobcats headed from right to left. Luke Lachey wide, top of your screen, 1 wide to the left. Casey in the gun with Davis. Casey takes a snap. He looks. He throws a wobbler down the right side. Lachey fighting for the ball. Incomplete. Good defense there by Luke Lachey. That ball looked like it was going to be intercepted. Von Williams for Whitehall, the corner, he almost had the ball there, but Lachey had to jar the ball loose. Great job by Lachey there.
Yeah, that's the thing about those high floaters to Lachey is it's either he's going to catch it or no one's going to, because he can just reach over just about anyone else to block it away.
Over on the west side of the stadium again, the K through 2.
Third down and 16, Grandview Heights at their own 5-yard line. They send Max Mott in motion. He's wide to the right. Casey in the shotgun, Davis in the backfield. Casey takes a snap. He hands it off to Davis. Davis bounces off a tackle 5. He's to the 10, and he bangs his way to the 13-yard line, well shy of the first down. And Bobcats will likely punt here.
And result of the play, it's a Bobcat fourth down.
Grandview to punt. Connor McCormick standing between the hash marks. Christian Gordon standing near hash of the field to return for the Rams.
Is your punter. Christian Gordon deep for your Whitehall Rams.
McCormick takes a snap, belt high. He sends an end-over-end kick far side of the field. It bounces at the Grandview 45. Glenn Cribbs will let it bounce, and Trey Cook will let it die at the Whitehall 46-yard line. So good punt there by Connor McCormick, but everybody hold the phone here. We have a penalty flag.
A very nice 40-yarder by McCormick.
So that's 7 plus 4. That's 43 plus 4. That's a 47-yard punt. So that's a great punt there by Connor McCormick.
For sure.
There was a flag on the play. Officials huddling over. Referee standing between the hash marks ready to give an announcement.
Substitution infraction.
And Whitehall had too many men on the field.
The penalty will be
Appears they'll just add it off.
And they'll add that to the end of the return.
First down, Rams.
It's a Whitehall first down at their own 41-yard line. 1:03 left here in the first quarter. Grandview leads 6-0. Grandview's touchdown was on a 1-yard quarterback sneak on 4th and goal by Kyle Casey. And Mason Gastasi missed the extra point, so that's where we are right now. 6-0 Bobcats.
Has the ball spotted at the Rams 41-yard line.
Kai Cameron in the shotgun, empty set, trips wide to the right, 2 wide to the left. So 5 wide for Whitehall. They send a receiver in motion. A touch pass to Javon Blackshear. Blackshear to the 45, maneuvers his way to the 50, and he dives down to the 48-yard line, and that's a Whitehall first down. So I think that should be scored as a pass, even though that was basically like a handoff on an end around. But that was a touch pass there by Nakai Cameron. And Whitehall has it 1st and 10 at the Grandview 49-yard line. 3 receivers wide to the left, 1 wide to the right. 46 seconds left here in the first quarter. Cameron takes a shotgun snap. He's looking left, throws that way. It's caught by Gordon. Gordon, he's at the 45, dives down to the 44. So a 5-yard gain on first down, and it's 2nd and 5. Rams do not have to run another play here. 20 seconds left here in the first quarter. Cameron in the gun, trips wide to the right, 2 wide, top of your screen. They send a man in motion. Another touch pass, a reverse. Here's Charles Miller. Miller looking for the corner. He stood up at the 43, and that's as far as he'll go as the clock stops with 3.2 seconds left, and it's 3rd down for the Rams. So that double reverse did not work for Whitehall there.
Yeah, they've been.
It's now 3rd and about 4 for the Rams.
Very inventive play calling so far.
Very inventive. So that's the second trick play we've seen from Whitehall. Cameron in the shotgun. He throws over the middle, high throw, pulled in for a first down by Christian Gordon. He breaks a tackle, and he's down at the 34-yard line for a 9-yard gain and a Whitehall first down. And that's the end of the first quarter. An opening drive touchdown, a stop in the red zone for the Bobcats, and that's why we are where we are. 6-0 Bobcats, end of the first quarter. You're listening to a presentation of Grandview football on ghsathletics.org. Stay tuned. Start of the second quarter, Whitehall ball at the Grandview 34-yard line, and a timeout is called by the Rams. Calvin Horning, our statistician, want to go through the first quarter stats here?
Yeah, sure. Whitehall's quarterback, what's his name?
Let's give them a hand.
Whitehall's quarterback's name. Oh, yeah. Whitehall's quarterback, Nikai Cameron. He's 4 of 7 for 69 yards so far. The majority of that coming on that weird 45-yard reception to get their first drive going. And so far for Grandview, Darion has 5 rushes for 21 yards. And our only reception is Luke Lachey's 7-yard reception last drive.
Start of the second quarter here. Whitehall driving. They have the ball at the Grandview 34-yard line. Nikai Cameron lines up in the shotgun. 2 receivers split out each direction. It looks like Charles Miller in the backfield. Cameron takes the shotgun snap. He steps up in the pocket, fires off the middle. It's caught for a first down, and he turns upfield and dives down to the 18-yard line. So that's a 16-yard reception there by, looks like Charles Miller. Not Charles Miller, that's Vaughn Williams with the 16-yard catch and run. 15, rather. And it's 1st and 10 Rams at the Grandview 19. A handoff middle to Charles Miller. Miller outside, he's to the 10. Lucas Shea, the only man to stop him, and he pushes him out at the 7-yard line. But not before he gets a Whitehall first down. It's 1st and goal for the Rams.
First down at the 6-yard line, and the Rams will have it 1st and goal.
Who's that?
And Jason Peters, he said in an interview with Scott Hennon this week, Whitehall, they formation you to death. Whitehall's receivers are having no trouble getting open as they love to shift men around. But 3 men in the backfield here. Cameron under center. He hands it off to the fullback. He's at the 2, pushing his way to the 1. Is he in? No, he's not. He's down at the 1.
Gain of 5 on the play. That brings up 2nd and goal. Ball spotted at the Bobcats 1-yard line.
Which number?
Cameron under center, 2nd and goal at the 1. He takes a snap. No, it goes to the fullback. He's pushing his way to the goal line. I don't think he got in. No, he did not.
Met by a host of Bobcats on the play. Goes for no gain, and that'll bring up our Rams 3rd down.
Third and goal for the Rams at the Grandview 1-yard line. Cameron under center, and a whistle blows. Timeout, Grandview Heights.
Timeout,
We'll take a quick timeout ourselves here. 10:39 left in the second quarter. Bobcats lead 6-0. Third and goal for the Rams at the 1-yard line of Grandview when we return.
Stephon.
Put it. Third and goal, Rams at the Grandview 1. Cameron under center. He hands it off to the running back. He pushes his way to the goal line. Tinsley gets the touchdown, and the Rams tie the game.
Took a couple of tries, but they did in fact get in there.
Yep. Whitehall going for, looks like they're going for two here. Cameron under center. Now they shift the formation, and he's in the shotgun. Two men in the backfield, both at his hip. Cameron takes a snap. He's looking to throw. He throws to Tinsley. Tinsley bottled up at the 2, driven back. The conversion is no good.
Tinsley is complete.
So Whitehall, they put Nakai Cameron under center. Then they shift him to the gun with two men in the backfield. But that did not fool the Grandview Bobcats as they get the big stop on the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, for sure. Interesting choice to go for 2 there, as an extra point would still give you the lead. But maybe they have kicker issues. It's quite common in high school football. We've seen it before here.
Yep, we have. So to give you a bit of a reset here, Grandview scored on the opening drive. Then the Bobcats had to stand inside the red zone. Then Grandview punted. Then Whitehall marched down the field and punched it in from the 1-yard line on third and goal. Both teams missed their point after attempts. Grandview on a PAT, Whitehall on a 2-point conversion. Javon Blackshear to kick off here for the Whitehall Rams. Luke Lachey standing at the right hash of the 20-yard line. Davis at 25-yard line. Davis at the 25. Slight angle to the left to return for Grandview Heights. Gordon to kick off. He kicks a ground ball. It skips up in the air. Lachey chasing after it. Picks it up to 23. He's trying to find the far outside corner, but he cannot as he's tackled at the 20-yard line. And that's where the Bobcats will have starting field position.
Yeah, the ground ball kick really worked on that one. Lachey, he ended up fielding it, but took a little while to get the ball corralled, and by that time, Whitehall's runners were right down on him.
Lachey marked down at the 21-yard line. And let's see how the Bobcats line up. Trey Cook and Glenn Cribbs wide to the right. Looks like Max Mott wide to the left.
Timeout, Whitehall. They have one timeout.
Whitehall calls a timeout. That's a second straight drive. They've called a timeout before the first play. And we'll take a quick break here. 10:30 left in the second quarter. Grandview 6, Whitehall 6. You're listening to a presentation of Bobcats football on ghathletics.org. 6-6 our score here. Bobcats headed from left to right. Casey in the gun, Davis in the backfield. Davis on the left side, cuts it back, breaks a tackle, still fighting. He's to the 25, and he pushes his way down towards the 27. So good run by Davis on first down. That's become his strength, Calvin, yards after contact.
Yeah, he's been really, really hard to bring down throughout these first 4.5 games, and it's really helped him get a lot of yards.
So give Davis 7 on the run there. And 2nd down and 3 for Grandview. Second down and 3, Bobcats at their own 28. Casey in the gun, one receiver each direction. Casey takes a snap, hand off to Davis. No, Casey keeps it, and he rumbles his way to the 30-yard line. And good thing he held on to the ball there.
Yeah, that could have been.
That would have been a huge loss, as Davis was met immediately as he would have taken the handoff. But Casey kept it, got 2 yards, and it's 3rd and 1 for Grandview. Max Mott checks into the game for Grandview. Glenn Cribbs checks off. Grandview in the huddle, and they break the huddle. They line up Luke Lachey wide, top of your screen. Max Mott wide to the right. Cook is wide to the left as well. Casey in the gun with Davis. Motion Cook. Casey takes a snap. Handoff middle. No, play action. He rolls to his right, throws, underthrown, incomplete. He had Max Mott open in the right seam there, but the pass was at his feet, and it's now 4th and 1.
Yeah, and this is a
You have to
spot.
punt here.
Yeah,
Yep.
you definitely have to punt, but
Carter McCormick to punt for Grandview Heights. He's standing between the hash marks, slight angle to the left. Christian Gordon near side to return for Whitehall. He's the lone man back. Cook over the ball. McCormick takes a snap, sends an end-over-end kick, middle of the field. It bounces at the 35, takes a Whitehall bounce, but Trey Cook climbs the ladder to down it near the 37-yard line. And that's where the Rams will start.
Another very solid punt for McCormick. Unfortunate bounce, but
Yeah, he didn't get as much leg on it as he wanted to, but it was a good end-over-end kick, and it was out of the way of any of the returners.
if he could have got a roll, that one could have.
Yep, did not take a Grandview roll there.
Did not at all.
8:59 left in the second quarter. Grandview 6, Whitehall 6. Gordon in the shotgun. 3 receivers bunched up wide to the right, 1 wide to the left. Cameron takes a snap, a handoff middle. Gordon is stood up at the Tinsley stood up at the 40-yard line. Connor Doby's in on the tackle, as it looks to be a 3-yard gain. Nope, give him 4.
Wow, interesting spot.
Yeah, I
there.
thought he was stopped at the 40 there. 2nd and 6, Whitehall at their own 41-yard line. Nakai Cameron in the shotgun, Tinsley in the backfield. 3 receivers wide to the right. Cameron takes a shotgun snap. He steps up in the pocket. He rolls to his right. He's hit and sacked at the 35-yard line by, looks like, Joey Bertani. Joey Bertani got him as the Bobcats' fast pass rush finally hits home, and it's 3rd and long.
Yeah, Cameron thought he had a little room to roll out to that side, but Joey shed his block at the exact same time and was on in an instant.
Great job by Joey Bertani. It's now 3rd and 12 for the Rams. 2 receivers stacked top of your screen, 2 split out wide to the left. Cameron in the gun. Cameron takes the shotgun snap. He's back to throw. He's being pressured. He's hit, escapes, fires over the middle. It's caught for a first down by Gordon. Gordon to the 40. He's to the 35 as he's shoulder tackled at the 33 by Luke Lachey. What a play by Nakai Cameron to get out of the sack there. I don't know how he did it.
Yeah. Grandview sent some absolute gunners on that one.
Ball spotted at the Bobcat
Who's that to?
32-yard line.
1st and 10, Rams at the Grandview 33. 1 receiver left and right. Cameron in the gun. Cameron fakes the pitch, steps up, throws over the middle. It's caught by Gordon. Gordon is body slammed by Luke Lachey at the 21-yard line. So that's an 11-yard gain. A flag flies after the play. Luke Lachey celebrating And are they going to ding Gordon for unsportsmanlike here?
After the play.
That was a hard tackle there by Luke Lachey, and Gordon wasn't pleased with it. That's probably what caused the penalty. Penalty after the play, unsportsmanlike on Whitehall. So that's a 15-yard penalty. So instead of the ball being at the Grandview 21, the ball is at the Grandview 36.
Yeah, that's big for Grandview.
So it's still 1st and 10, except
It is still Rams first down.
Yeah,
it looks like it's still 1st and 10.
after having seen penalties hurt Grandview before, it's nice to have them be on the other side now.
Yeah. 1st and 10, Rams at the Grandview 36, 7:20 left in the second quarter. We're tied at 6. Cameron takes the toe-high snap, throws up the middle, intercepted by Glenn Cribbs. He falls down to the 27-yard line. That's a huge turnover, huge takeaway for the Grandview Bobcats.
Bobcats will take over 1st and 10.
Yeah, and Glenn, it looked like he tripped on something, but
Yeah.
if he didn't, he had
The turf monster.
room to run. Now Grandview can give themselves a 2-score lead with a good drive here.
No, you couldn't do that because most
yes.
of the 2-point conversion would put up by 8.
My bad.
Casey in the gun, 2 receivers wide to the left, 1 wide to the right. Casey looks left, throws a bomb into double coverage, looking for Luke Lachey, overthrown, incomplete.
Casey's pass is incomplete. Luke Lachey, the intended receiver on the play, brings up a Bobcat 2nd down.
Whitehall has done a good job taking Lachey out of this game, Cal.
Yeah. Kyle's targeted him a number of times and only 1 completion for 7 yards.
And that ball was thrown, that was double coverage by the Whitehall secondaries on the top of your screen. So Lachey couldn't break loose, couldn't get in stride.
Yeah.
If he made the catch there, he's probably gone. It's touchdown Grandview. But anyways, 2 receivers wide to the left, 1 wide bottom of your screen to the right. Casey looking over to the sideline. Casey takes a shotgun snap, handoff to Davis. Davis lowers the shoulder, he dives down past the 30 to the 31-yard line. So it's 3rd down and 6 for Grandview Heights. We're tied at a half dozen apiece, 6:48 left here in the second quarter.
31-yard line. Whitehall fans, it's 3rd down. Let's make some noise.
Casey in the gun, 2 receivers wide to the right. That's Sterniker and Cribbs. Mount wide to the left. Casey takes a snap. He pitches it right to Davis. Davis looking for the outside, breaks a tackle, spins, and he's knocked down at the 31-yard line for no gain. And it's 4th down for the Bobcats.
Yeah, Darion did his best to evade their defenders, but there's just nothing doing.
Bobcats sending out the punt team. Connor McCormick on for his 3rd punt of the game. Again, Christian Gordon, the lone man to return. He's standing near hash of the field at the 35-yard line. Cats kicking from left to right. It's a low snap. It's a low line drive kick. It bounces, takes a Grandview roll. It's picked up by Gordon at the 29, cuts left to the 30, tries to slip a tackle. He does. Still running around. He dives down to the 37. That was a long 8-yard return right there, Calvin.
Yeah, I was about to say a lot of work for not a lot of game.
Indeed.
Rams will start the ball 1st and 10 from their own 38-yard line.
Whitehall, 1st and 10 at officially the 38-yard line, really at the 37 and a half. Cameron takes the knee-high snap, rolls to his right, fires down the field, overthrown, incomplete. Throw was over the head of Christian Gordon. Looked like it deflected off his hands, but the ball trampolined after that. And it's now 2nd down and 10.
That'll bring up a Whitehall 2nd down.
Yeah, that's what you got to hope for with Cameron right now is they're getting a lot of space, a lot of open passes, and you just got to hope he's makes mistakes, maybe a couple bad reads like his interception last drive.
Cameron in the gun, 2 receivers wide to the right, motion Gordon. Cameron takes a snap, handoff middle. He's to the 45, angles left, breaks a tackle, 50, 45-40, cuts right, 40, 35-30, and he spins his way down to the 27-yard line. Charles Miller, the big run. Darion Davis, the tackler for Grandview Heights.
Ball spotted at the Bobcats 27-yard line. 1st down.
1st and 10 Whitehall at the Grandview 27-yard line. Cameron takes a snap, swings it right to Gordon. Gordon 25-20, cuts left, 15, stood up, still on his feet. He's at the 16 now, and he's gang tackled by the Bobcats at that position.
Christian Gordon is complete.
That's another Whitehall 1st down.
Connor Dobby's in on the tackle for the Bobcats.
First and 10 Rams at the Grandview 16-yard line. 4:42 left here in the 1st half. We are tied at 6. Cameron in the shotgun, and that looks like Javon Blackshear. He takes a snap. He angles left to the 10. He's to the 5. He's down to the 2-yard line.
On the carry, Corey Cope on the tackle.
Corey Cope, the tackler for Grandview Heights.
And we have an official's timeout.
And we have an injured Ram on the field. All right, 4:27 left here in the 2nd quarter. There's a timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout as well. And when we come back, it will be 1st and goal for the Rams at the Grandview 4-yard line. You're listening to a presentation of Bobcats football on ghathletics.org. Six is the score. Whitehall 1st and goal at the Grandview 4-yard line. 2 receivers wide to the left. Motion Charles Miller. Cameron takes snap, rolls to his right. He's looking for the corner. He's at the 2, dives for the pylon. He's in. Touchdown Whitehall. They take their first lead of the night. That looked like a designed quarterback run, and Cameron, he was looking for that corner all day long. He got it. And it's 12-6 Rams.
Yeah, they're just defense has just been the wild, wild west for the Rams. They've just had too much space.
And Whitehall, I still see Nakai Cameron on the field. They'll start him under center, split backfield with 3 men. Cameron looking over to the sideline, and Whitehall calls a timeout. That's their 3rd and final timeout of the half. And it looks like Whitehall will talk more shop here. As we'll reset here. Calvin, your assessment so far?
Yeah, Bobcats had a good first drive, but haven't got anything going since. I think they just need to get back to what always works, good old ground and pound. Davis has been running well. They just need to feed the beast. And on defense, Grandview just needs to tighten it up a little bit. Just receivers have been too open. They just need to close it down a little. Fortunately, they're only down by 6 at the moment, so this game is still very, very within reach. And maybe they can put a drive together to end the half, and we'll see where we are at half. Yeah.
And it appears that Whitehall's going for 2 once again. Kai Cameron under center. He moves to the shotgun. 2 men in the backfield, 2 receivers wide to the left, 1 wide to the right. Cameron takes a snap, a handoff to Tinsley. He fights his way to the goal line. He didn't get in. And the 2-point conversion, again, comes up short for the Rams. And the score remains 12-6. And Whitehall, they love to go for 2. I mean, when they're down, because when I looked at the recap of their game against Academy, they're down 35-8, and then they made it 38-24. They go for 2 after every touchdown. It worked better for them last week, but this is what they do. Sometimes it works beautiful, sometimes it backfires.
Yeah, and today so far, Grandview's had good defense. 2 stops right down at the goal line, preventing them from crossing the plane.
Yep.
For sure.
Christian Gordon to kick off, left hash at the 40-yard line. As Calvin and I look out of the field, Whitehall is kicking from right to left. Luke Lachey standing at the 25-yard line, right hash. Davis, similar position, left hash. Gordon, the kicker, awaiting the whistle. He gets it, runs up, kicks a bouncing ball up the middle, takes a high bounce for Lachey at the 34. His men time to get down there.
Yeah, their kicks, they don't look pretty, but they've been very effective, very hard to return so far.
Did you not start the streak? Need some more ground and pound for the Bobcats here, don't we?
Yeah, just like that. Darion, he's so good at accelerating, and if they can just bust him loose, it's easy for him to get 15-yard gains very quickly.
2nd down and 6 for the Bobcats, their own 37-yard line. Casey in the gun. Davis motions right, now motions as a wide out left. Corey Culp now moves wide to the left. Cook in the backfield with Casey. Casey takes a shotgun snap. He's in the pocket. He steps up. He's pressured. Pumps. Fires down the far side. Looking for Darion Davis. He leaps. And he made the catch at the 30. A flag flies.
OPI.
This might be offensive pass interference.
Yeah, it was a little push off by Darion.
And, yep, that's the call. Offensive pass interference. As you think about it, that might actually be a good penalty because if Davis doesn't push off, Whitehall probably picks that ball off.
Yeah, that not the worst penalty.
Not the worst penalty at all.
To the Bobcats 27-yard line.
But again, it does hurt the Bobcats.
It does hurt the Bobcats in terms of field position.
We're really struggling getting things going.
As it's 2nd down and about halfway to Bexley here. 2nd down and 21 for the Bobcats at their own 22-yard line. Casey in the gun with Davis as left hip. Motion Culp. Casey takes a shotgun snap. He's in the pocket, throws a screen pass. He's looking for Trey Cook. Throw went by him, incomplete. That screen did not work. Whitehall had it well read. Throw skipped by Trey Cook. And it's 3rd and 20 for the Bobcats.
Yeah, classic Grandview play, the screen right up the middle. Seen it work a number of times, but was not meant to be there.
Third down and 22. 2 receivers stacked each direction. Davis in the backfield with Casey. Casey takes the shotgun snap, hands the ball to Davis. Davis runs right. He's hit and down at the 29-yard line. It looked like he was going to be able to get more there, but Good open field tackle by the Whitehall linebackers. So give Davis about 7 there. And Connor McCormick is on to punt for Grandview Heights.
So this will be a huge defensive drive for the Cats.
2:34 left. Yeah, this is the biggest series of the game as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, at least up to this point for sure.
Yeah. But that drive will not start until Connor McCormick punts the ball away. McCormick standing near the right hash at the 17-yard line. Cooked a snap. It's a perfect snap. It's almost blocked. Whitehall almost got in there. Kick bounces at the 41. Cats let it roll. It takes a Whitehall bounce. Whitehall almost touched it there, but Grandview downs at the 43, and the Rams will have good field position with 2:14 left. First down and 10, Rams at their own 44-yard line. 2:14 left here in the first half. Whitehall 12, Grandview 6. Whitehall does not have any timeouts here. Cameron in the gun, 3 receivers wide to the right, 1 wide to the left. Cameron takes a shotgun snap, but before that, a whistle. And the signal is false start against the Whitehall Rams. And that'll push them 5 yards back.
False start is a call against the Rams. That's a 5-yard penalty. And move the ball back.
And penalties have hurt Whitehall. Calvin, do you have any penalty stats for us?
Yeah, Whitehall has 25 penalty yards on 3 penalties on offense and just 5 on defense.
So 8 penalties for Whitehall so far. Cameron in the shotgun. He takes the knee-high snap. Looks, throws right. It's caught by Gordon. Gordon can't get loose of a tackle as he's down at the 42-yard line. Good tackle by Glenn Cribbs and Kyle Casey there.
Yeah, that's been another problem so far, open field tackle.
As more time comes off the clock, Whitehall has no timeouts, 1:54 left here in the second quarter. They do lead 12-6. Second down and 11, Whitehall at their own 43. Cameron in the gun all by himself, 3 stacked to the left. He throws left to Christian Gordon behind the line. He's to the 45-50, looking for the sideline, 45. He's bumped out of bounds by Luke Lachey at the Bobcat 43, and that's a Whitehall first down.
Tackle made by Glenn Cribbs and Luke Lachey.
Yeah, he's an incredibly elusive, player.
And as if you didn't hear it over the PA system, it's 1st and 10 Rams at the Grandview 43. Whitehall has 5 receivers, 3 stacked to the left, 2 stacked to the right. Cameron takes a shotgun snap. He pumps, steps, fires over the middle. It's caught. This is going to be a touchdown for the Rams. Tinsley's gone. Touchdown, Whitehall. Blown coverage there for the Bobcats. As that was a snipe, an absolute snipe by Christian Gordon over in the middle to Melvin Tinsley. And just like that, Whitehall has a 2-score lead.
43 yards for the Rams, touchdown.
Whitehall will likely go for 2 here. And indeed they are. Cameron in the gun. 2 receivers wide to the left, 1 wide to the right. Make that 3 wide to the right, 4 wide to the right. Cameron takes a snap. He bounces left tackle. He's looking for the pylon. He fights his way there. I think he got in. He did. The conversion is good, and Whitehall takes a 20-6 lead. Whitehall gets the ball to start the second half. So that's a huge touchdown for the Rams with 1:25 left here in the first frame.
Yeah, Grandview's just the defense is just like that. Whitehall has such incredible athletes. They're so elusive. Especially Gordon, he's incredibly hard to tackle. He's made a bunch of men miss in open field, and Grandview's defense just hasn't been able to wrap up well enough to really stop this offense.
Christian Gordon to kick from right to left here. Davis and Lachey deep to return. Gordon kicks another bouncing ball, picked up, fumbled at the 40-yard line, but the Bobcats dove on the ball.
Gordon's kick is recovered by the Bobcats.
But Grandview, I'll go ahead and say it. They need a touchdown this drive, Calvin. They need a touchdown.
Yeah, they really do. They have 2 timeouts and 1:22 on the clock. We'll see if they can make anything happen. Passing's been rough. But yeah, this is a absolutely massive drive.
Yep.
They need this.
Casey in the shotgun, 2 receivers split out left and right. 4 total. Davis at Casey's left. Casey takes the shotgun snap. He looks, throws on slant over the middle, tipped incomplete. Throw is not tipped at the line of scrimmage. He was looking for Glenn Cribbs. He was open there, and he probably would have gotten the first down there, but good job by the Whitehall defensive line to bat the ball. Second and 10 for the Bobcats. 2 receivers split out left and right. Casey awaiting the shotgun snap. He gives it middle to Davis. Davis, 45, loses the football. It's on the ground. Whitehall says they have it, and they do. Unbelievable. It's all unraveled for the Grandview Bobcats here in the last 45 seconds. Whitehall, they get the 43-yard touchdown strike. The Grandview gets the ball, and their second play from scrimmage on the possession. They cough up the football. And Whitehall, they still have plenty of time here. 1:11 left here in the second quarter. They only have to go 48 yards.
Yeah, and the way this offense has been operating so far, I would not be surprised if
Yep.
they can.
Cameron takes a shotgun snap. He rolls to his right, escapes. He's going to run now. He breaks a tackle, 45, and he's out of bounds at the 38-yard line. He's close to a first down.
Yeah, and that's just like, that's been the story all night.
Bobcats can't bring him down.
Like, there's pretty much no reason he should have got a first down there, but
Ball spotted just inside the 38-yard line.
And they do give Whitehall the first down there. 1:02 left in the second quarter. Cameron in the shotgun. He takes a snap. He's being chased from the backside. Throws on slant over the middle. It's caught. First down at the 10. He's down inside the 8-yard line. That's Kevin Jackson with a 29-yard reception. And just like that, it's first and goal Whitehall.
And that'll make it first and goal, Rams!
who was that? Which number?
Timeout Bobcats. They have 1 timeout remaining here in the first half.
And the Bobcats call timeout. We'll take a second to catch our breath here. 56 seconds left here in the first half. Whitehall leads 20-6, and they have it first and goal. Stay tuned. First down and goal, Whitehall at the Grandview 9-yard line. Cameron takes a shotgun snap. He steps up. He's looking in the end zone, fires over the middle. It's dropped. Gordon was open,
Incomplete.
and the ball hit him in the hands. Couldn't pull it in.
That'll bring up
And
the
it's second down and goal at the 9.
down.
Cats, I don't know what you can say. They need a takeaway here.
Yeah, they need to do something, that's for sure.
Cameron, a pass on the end around to Blackshear. Blackshear looking for the corner, shakes a tackle 5. He's hit at the 1. Did he get in?
Cameron's pass.
Nope, he's down at the 1.
Blackshear is complete.
Clock is ticking. 34, 33, 32.
And that
Whitehall
was
trying to get to the line. Cameron in the shotgun. 2 receivers wide to left. Cameron takes a snap. Handoff up the middle. He bangs his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Whitehall. It's Javon Blackshear. And just like that, the Rams have a 3-score lead. Would you have believed it 2 minutes ago, Calvin?
I could believe a
2-score game.
Yeah, I could believe a 2-score game, that's for sure. But yeah, that turnover, I think that was probably Darion's first fumble of the year. And
Yep.
probably at the worst time possible.
And as you might expect, Whitehall going for 2. 2 receivers split out each direction. Blackshear in the backfield with Cameron. Cameron throws right side of the end zone. It's caught by Stuckey. He hauls it in. The conversion is good. Whitehall has a 28-6 lead.
21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Yeah, it's really just been incredible. Grandview's just been outclassed.
They've
by
just had the wheels fall off here in the last 2 minutes, Calvin.
Yeah, it's hard to watch.
And this team, they are battle-tested. They've taken on Westerville South, Dublin Scioto, Columbus Academy, who Joey Bertani, when he was on the soccer broadcast on Wednesday, he thinks that's the favorite in the Mid-State League. But we're seeing how Whitehall, they're a D2 team. There's a lot of players, a lot of good athletes out there, and they've been facing similar types of players with Westerville South, Dublin Scioto.
Darion Davis and Luke Lachey deep for the Bobcats.
21 seconds left in the first half. Whitehall to kick from right to left. Christian Gordon to kick off. He kicks a bouncing ball. It's picked up by Lachey at the 22. He's to the 30, 35-40, 45-50, 45-40, and he's brought down at the 35-yard line with 13 seconds left. Well, maybe the Bobcats have a chance here.
Yeah, they need to get to about the 18 for Hallie to have a chance, I would say.
Bobcats, you'd expect them just to heave one up for Lachey here, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that seems like. Looked like Lachey, how do you cut to the outside? It really looked like he could have gone all the way. But maybe you saw something we didn't cut inside, and now the Bobcats have first down at the 36.
3 receivers wide to the left, 1 wide to the right, and the Bobcats call a timeout. That's their final timeout of the half, so Bobcats are pretty much dead to rights here on this play. You just have to throw a bomb to the end zone here. "13 seconds left, no timeouts. You have to either throw sideline or just throw it to the end zone. "28-6, Whitehall leads with 13.3 seconds left here in the second quarter. Casey in the gun, 2 receivers wide, split out each direction. Casey takes a snap. He steps up. He's hit. Lost the football. It's loose at the 45. Whitehall picks it up. There to the 50. 45-40. 35-30. Cuts right 15, 10, 5. Touchdown Whitehall. Unbelievable. With 13 seconds left, Casey gets hit, fumbles the football, and Whitehall takes about 60 yards to the house. You've got to be kidding me. A 54-yard return. I believe that was Tyrese Taylor, the linebacker, with the scoop and score there.
Yeah, and there's just nothing left to say.
Not a lot to say here, Cal. A touchdown at the buzzer. And 34-6, Whitehall going for 2. Go ahead, Cal.
And to think Grandview is leading this game after 1 quarter. And now
Nakai Cameron in the shotgun. Tinsley in the backfield. Cameron looking for the corner. He's got the pylon. And they say he's out of bounds, but there's a flag on the play. It's an illegal block against Whitehall. And so they got dinged for 2 penalties. An illegal block and a hold. The conversion.
Against the Rams, the first one is declined. The second one will be accepted.
So the second flag will be accepted. A 10-yard penalty, and we'll do it again.
Retry the 2-point conversion.
So within 2 minutes, it's gone from a 1-score game to a 4-score game in favor of Whitehall.
Yeah, well, it took less than 100 seconds and 21.
Less than 100 seconds.
24 points in 100 seconds.
Cameron takes a shotgun snap from the 12. He steps up, fires over the middle, incomplete. The conversion is no good. 34-6 Whitehall. That's the end of the first half. And Calvin, your turn for the stats.
Obviously a very rough half for the Cats. They got gashed for about 328 yards of total offense. Whitehall's quarterback has 231 yards on 18 attempts and 11 receptions, and he also has 1 interception. And the Cats on the offensive side of the ball, 2 turnovers is the big story, but 76 yards on the ground, 51 by Darion Davis, and through the air they only have 7 yards on 1 for 6 passing, and that's been the story of the day.
What else can you say? A nightmare second quarter for the Bobcats. 34-6 at halftime. Whitehall leads. We'll be back in about 20 minutes for the start of the third quarter. You're listening to a presentation of Grandview Heights football on ghathletics.org. Stay tuned. Back here for the start of the second half, we could hardly believe what we saw at the end of the second quarter there. This game went from a one-score game to a four-score game. Yes, a four-score game in 95 seconds. 95 seconds. But what a crazy turn of events at the end of the first half. Let's give you a couple scores that we have obtained from around the league. This one will surprise some. 27-10, Harvest Prep leads Columbus Academy. And that is who the Bobcats play next week. Bobcats will head to Canal Winchester next week to take on Harvest Prep. And Bishop Reedy leads 14-0 over Buckeye Valley, two newcomers. Buckeye Valley has just joined this year. That's in Delaware, Ohio. And when the Bobcats go to play Bishop Reedy on the final week of the year, that will not be on Bishop Reedy's home campus. That will be in Obitz, Ohio, south side of Columbus. But anyways, we still have another half of football to get to here tonight. Bobcats kicking from right to left. Grandview lost the coin toss. Whitehall deferred to the second half, and they get the ball here. Gastasi to kick off. Gastasi runs up, kicks a ground ball near side. It's fumbled around and dove on by Melvin Tinsley at the 28-yard line. And that's where the Rams will start here for the second half.
At the Whitehall 29-yard line, Rams will have the ball. 1st and 10.
And right now you're just hoping the Bobcats can breathe some life into their game. Maybe make it a little close, a little entertaining.
Just have some pride. Yep. First and 10, Whitehall at their own 29. Cameron in the shotgun. 3 receivers in the slot to the left, 1 wide to the right. Cameron, a handoff middle to Tinsley. Tinsley barrels his way to the 38-yard line. Make that the 39, and they give him the first down.
Wow.
I thought he was down at the 38 there. That's a generous spot there.
An interesting spot, to say the least.
So 10 yards for Tinsley, and just like that, the Rams get a first down. Cameron in the gun. He swings it right to Gordon. Gordon going across the field far side. He's back at the 35. He's to the 40. Had some room, 45. First down, slips a tackle. Still on his feet, heading backwards. He's at the 50, and that's where the Cats take him down. A flag is down at the 34-yard line.
That's got to be.
So all that extra running may be for nothing.
He probably ran about 80 yards on that play and got about 12.
And we have also received word from John Sterniker that Luke Lachey is out for the game.
And, I mean, if this game wasn't already over, that might just.
Yep, that might be the death knell on the undefeated season for the Bobcats.
As a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
Was a big holding call on.
Yep, big holding call. It's now first down and 20 for Whitehall at their own 24-yard line. Cameron takes a shotgun snap. He pumps. He's hit it. He gets away. Starts up the middle, 20, and he's wrestled down at the 23. Oh, man, Darion Davis had Cameron wrapped up. She just couldn't bring him down.
It is like, I don't know. It's like they have a force field around them.
I know, that's a good way to put it.
There's no way he did not get tackled there. That was incredible play by Cameron.
3 receivers wide to the left for Whitehall, 1 bottom of your screen. Cameron in the gun with Tinsley. Cameron takes a snap. He's back to throw. He's being pressured, throws a screen pass, overthrown, nearly intercepted there by Connor Dobies. And it's now third down and halfway back home.
Yeah, and it's third and very, very long for.
I said it was second. That play was second 20. It's actually It was actually second and 25. Now it's third and 25. Two receivers split out left and right. Cameron in the gun. Cameron takes the shotgun snap. He's back to throw. He's in the pocket. Steps up, fires over the middle. It's dropped. Christian Gordon was wide open. Trey Cook hits the deck
And a late flag.
Cook may have sold that one a little bit, but
Yeah, that was interesting. I don't think there's
Darion Davis pulled off a similar move last week
I don't think there's an embellishment penalty
in football. Officials are talking this over. After the play, personal foul on Whitehall, so they don't pick up the flag.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised Trey got that. It was a pretty obvious flop, almost playful.
Yeah.
Very.
Remember that one flop in that Browns-Bengals game years ago?
Oh, yeah.
It was like, what was it, Simpson? What was the dude's first name? It was like Scott Vegeta pushed him, and Simpson went back like he just got nailed by a sniper.
Yeah.
Fourth down and 40 for Whitehall.
And they're going.
Looks like Cameron goes back into punt formation. He kicks a low kick. It bounces at the 40. Davis picks it up head high at the 47. He's to the 40, 35, and he veers out of bounds at the Whitehall 42-yard line. So, not a bad start for the Bobcats here in the second half.
Yeah, for sure. Helped by some penalties.
And John just brought up the legendary 2011 West Jeff game. Could we see that again tonight? That seems a bit far-fetched at this point, but there are 3 words to describe this game. You never know. And there's one infamous quote that says, there are 2 words to describe this game. You never know. Casey in the shotgun, 1 receiver each direction, Davis to his left hip. Casey takes a snap, hands it off to Davis. Davis up the middle. He's met at the line and thrown down at the 31. Give him 2 yards on the play.
And a 2 on the play makes it second down.
Davis had 51 yards rushing in the first half. Now he's at 53.
He's still averaging 4 yards a carry, so.
He's having a solid game.
Yeah, very solid. Maybe not nearly as explosive as we've seen, but.
Kyle in the shotgun, takes a snap. He's back to throw. He looks, throws down the right side. He's got a man open. It's cut. 5, touchdown, Grandview Heights. Glenn Cribbs with the catch and run. And the Bobcats get the first score of the second half. It's 34-12.
Yeah, looks like a little bit of busted coverage, and Kyle just heaved it up there. Glenn made a nice, easy catch at about the 10 and jogged in for the touchdown. Looks like we have Hallie.
Grandview is not taking a cue from Whitehall here. They are kicking the extra point. Jaworski is back out there. Cook to snap, Casey to hold. Between the hash marks. Snap is high, hold is down, the kick is up, and it is good. Just over the crossbar. That kick almost had yellow paint on it, but Jaworski gets it over, and the Bobcats cut the Whitehall lead to 34-13.
Yeah, that was Kyle's second completion of the game. Only 7 yards on 1 completion from 6 passes before then. But
wow.
That's a 31-yard touchdown pass to Glenn Cribbs. And makes this game just a 21-point game. We'll see if the Bobcats can get a stop here, maybe get something going on offense. Maybe they'll breathe a little life into it.
Corey Culp to kick off here at the 40 between the hash marks. Christian Gordon deep back at the 17-yard line to return for the Rams. And as Calvin and I look out at the field, Grandview is kicking from right to left. Gastasi puts his hand in the air, runs up, kicks a ground ball left side. It's picked up by Tinsley at the 31. He's to the 35, cuts left 40, still on his feet, but he's brought down at the 38. Good open field tackle there by Glenn Cribbs as Tinsley was trying to cut across the field and get the far sideline there.
Yeah, that was some of the open field tackling we were looking for in the first half.
First and 10, Whitehall at their own 38. Cameron in the shotgun. Two receivers wide to the left. He takes a low snap, hands it to Javon Blackshear. Blackshear outside 40, gets a block 45. First down into Grandview territory. He's to the 40, and he rumbles his way inside the 35-yard line. He is down to the 33.
And we have an official's timeout for an injury.
We have an injured Ram on the field. That's offensive lineman number 51, James Lahue, who's down to a knee. We also have another player on the far side of the field. He's still down as the trainers go out to talk to him. Yep. Two injuries for the Rams there. I'm not able to read the number on the jersey to see who the second injured man is. But when we resume, it will be first and 10 for the Rams at the Grandview 33. Grandview did get the first touchdown of this half after a disastrous final 95 seconds there. It was 12-6 Grandview with 1:35 left in the second half. And by the end of the second frame, it was 34-6. Ram is still down on his back. Again, I still can't see who that is. But as I look at one takeaway from this game, as I look at Calvin's stat sheet, Whitehall has had 6 ball carriers tonight. You never know what they're going to do.
Yeah, and they've also had 6 receivers, and yeah, they're the amount of playmakers they have is really incredible, and that's what's made them so hard to stop. Because if the Bobcats could just focus on one guy, I bet they could overcome Whitehall's attack. But they have so many different people who can make plays, gash our defense for lots of yards, and it's just nearly impossible to stop.
It's very hard to stop if you're on the Grandview, if you're a Grandview Bobcat. We'll take a quick timeout as the Whitehall player on the far side of the field is still being tended to. 9:20 left here in the third quarter. Grandview trails the Rams 34-13. Grandview needs a comeback to keep their undefeated season alive. But you're listening to a presentation of Bobcats football on ghathletics.org. Stay tuned. Back here in Whitehall, Christian Gordon, number 2, had to be helped off the field. He was putting no weight on his left leg. It's back to action here. Javon Blackshear, handoff right. He's to the 25. First down, 20. Loses the football. It's on the ground. Who has it? Grandview has the ball. Well. A stop, a score, and a much-needed takeaway for Grandview Heights. And Cats are in business here in the second half. But back to the injury. Christian Gordon, he was being carried off the field. He was on the field for, good 3 minutes. He was putting no weight on his left leg, and he had to be carried off the field for the last stretch of it from the far sideline. But we wish him the best as he is seated on the trainer's table. And our thoughts go out to Christian Gordon and his family.
And during the break, I was saying, if we can get a turnover here, we may just have a chance, and that's exactly what they've done.
Casey in the shotgun. He takes a snap, hands off to Davis. Davis, middle 25, shakes a tackle 30, and he tiptoes out of bounds at the Whitehall 36-yard line. So a good run for Darion Davis. We've been waiting to see him break loose. And it's a first down for the Bobcats.
And that run is good for a Bobcats first down. Ball spotted at their own 35-yard line.
Casey in the gun, one receiver each direction. He takes a snap, hands off to Davis. Davis cuts it back. He breaks a tackle 40. He spins his way down to the 42. So that's a good gain on first down. And it's second down and short for Grandview.
Yeah, this is really what you want to see from Darion Davis, getting chunk yardage and some good old downhill running. Especially with Luke Lachey out right now. He'll need to really come up big, 'cause that's our biggest receiving target.
Second down and 3 for Grandview Heights. Cribbs wide to the right, Mott wide to the left. Another handoff to Davis. Davis, a burst of speed up the middle. First down. He's to the 45. He hurdles his way to the 40. And Darion Davis has broken loose here in the first series of the second half. And the Cats are in business.
Ball spotted at the Whitehall 40-yard line, first down Bobcats.
First and 10, Grandview Heights at the Whitehall 40-yard line. Let's see how Grandview lines up. Leach wide to the right, and it looks like Max Mott wide to the left. Casey takes a snap. A handoff to Davis. Davis has a hole, 35. He's hit at the 35. He lost the football. Whitehall has it.
Man, and just as Darion was starting to get
That hurts.
that hurts.
I'm not going to lie. That hurts.
Yeah, and Davis finally really getting good yards with that carry. With the fumble on the end, he reached 100 yards on the game, and just very unfortunate.
First and 10, Whitehall. Rams headed from left to right. They're at their own 33. Cameron in the shotgun. 3 receivers wide to the left, 1 wide to the right. Cameron takes a snap. A handoff left side. Here's Tinsley. Tinsley up to the 40. So good carry on first down. And it's second down and about 3. It's actually second down and closer to 5 for, let's call it second down and 4. Cameron in the shotgun. He takes a snap, looks, throws right, swing pass to Miller. Miller first down, 45. He's down to the 50-yard line. Tackle by Glenn Cribbs. And that's a Whitehall first down.
Well, that's good for the Rams. First down.
Was that Tinsley?
Cameron in the shotgun. takes a snap, hand off to Tinsley. Tinsley cuts it back 50. He stood up there, stonewalled, minimal gain.
Tinsley on the carry, met by a host of Bobcats on the play.
At most, he got one there, but good containment by the interior of the Cats' defensive line.
Do you see who had the catch on the last catch before that play?
It'll be second down Rams. Ball at midfield.
Second down and about 10 for the Rams at midfield.
All right, yeah, that's what
Cameron in the shotgun. He takes the snap. He's back to throw. Steps up, fires over the middle, incomplete. It was off the outstretched hands of Dravon Pinkney, and it's now 3rd and 10.
Incomplete.
Big play here for the Bobcats.
3rd and 10. Not a lot of time has came off the clock here.
Yeah, they're still throwing the ball a lot.
Yep. 2 receivers wide to the left, 1 wide to the right. Cameron in the gun. Receiver in motion. He fakes a pitch, hands it off to Tinsley. Tinsley hit at the 47, and down he goes. And it's 4th down.
Crosses into Bobcat territory.
And let's see what the Rams will do here. They do not like to send kickers or punters off the field, on the field rather. I still see Cameron in the shotgun. Wiles going for it. 3 wide to the right, 1 wide to the left. Cameron now moves back to the 45. Might he be pooching it here? That's what he's doing. He sends a high, short, end-over-end kick. It bounces sideways, and Whitehall downs it at the 23.
Vaughn Williams downs the punt. At the Grandview 23-yard
All
line,
right,
Bobcats pick over 1st and 10.
Unfortunate end to that last drive, but Grandview can pick up right where they left off here.
Yep.
No damage done.
So hopefully that fumble was just a quick bump in the road for Grandview Heights. If Grandview can make this a 2-score game going into the 4th quarter, I'll take my chances. Casey in the shotgun, 1 receiver each direction. Hand off to Davis. Davis middle, spins 25. He dives down to the 29-yard line. A whistle blows and a flag is down at the 27-yard line between the hash marks. And it looks like this one's coming back. No, it's a defensive face mask against Whitehall. Wow. Once again, Murphy Horning here, alongside my statistician / color analyst Calvin Horning, and our producer John Sterniker, who's been behind the controls all night.
Looks like they set a 5-yard penalty, so it must have been hands to the face, maybe, or the do they have a 5-yard face mask penalty in the?
Must have been illegal hands to the face. Casey takes a snap. He looks, throws on a slant, caught by Cribbs. He dives down to the 45-yard line, and that's a Bobcats first down.
Complete to number 16, Glenn Cribbs, tackle made by the Rams' Charles Miller.
Cats have been trying to get Glenn on that slant route all night, and finally comes to fruition right there. So that's an 11-yard gain for Glenn, and it's 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. 2 receivers wide to the right, Max Mott wide to the left. Casey with Davis takes a snap, hands it off to Darion. Darion shakes a tackle, and he turns and burns to the 48.
On the carry, tackled by the Rams' Melvin Tinsley on the play.
And
Gain of 2, moves the ball up to the Bobcat 47.
Make that the 47. 2 yards for Davis there. And it's 2nd down and 8 for the Bobcats at their own 47-yard line. Cats trying to mount a comeback here. 4:40 left in the 3rd quarter. Cats trail 34-21. Casey in the shotgun with Davis. 2 receivers wide to the right, 1 wide to the left. A handoff middle to Davis. Davis is met at the line of scrimmage, and he crawls his way back to the line. No gain. Actually, he was met 2 yards behind the line. And it's 3rd down and 8. Darion Jackson, Bradley Booker with the tackles for Whitehall.
If you're Jason Peters, if the Bobcats don't get it here, do
Big
you go
third
for
down right here. And we'll talk about that maybe after this play. Two receivers wide to the right, one wide to the left. Davis in the backfield with Casey. Casey sends Davis to his left hip. Kyle takes a shotgun snap. He's looking to throw. Fires over the middle. It is picked off. Whitehall back the other way. He's brought down at the 41-yard line. I believe that was Melvin Tinsley. It was with the pick. And Whitehall has the ball at the Grandview 41-yard line. So 2 straight tries where Grandview looked like they had something brewing, but both end in turnovers.
Yeah, looked like Kyle kind of forced that one there a little bit. I think Glenn was in double coverage there, and yeah, just what else can you say?
5 receivers, 3 wide to the right. A toss, now a fake double reverse. Here's Javon Blackshear. He's to the 35-30, still on his feet, spins 20, 15, 10, 5, inside the pylon. He flips into the end zone. Touchdown, Whitehall. They're going to flag Blackshear for excessive celebration there. But the touchdown will stand, and it's 40-13, Whitehall.
Yeah, he pulled a Braxton Miller B button on the spin move there, and what a move, yeah.
Yep.
Just an incredible player. That is 150 yards on the day for Javon Blackshear. 150.
Penalty is unsportsmanlike conduct against the Rams.
And the foul is indeed excessive celebration on Javon Blackshear.
And because the touchdown stands, we get to hear Whitehall's PA announcer go crazy.
Stop. He's rather exuberant, isn't he?
Yeah, well, we can put it that way.
Penalty will be enforced on the kickoff, so Whitehall will go for 2 with the ball at the 3-yard line. Nakai Cameron in the shotgun, 3 receivers wide to the right, 2 wide to the left. Jason Peters is getting into it with the official there. He looks displeased. And officials call a timeout. As 2 officials are talking to Jason Peters, an assistant coach on the sideline there. Wonder if he's talking about whether he wants to enforce this on the conversion attempt. Wonder what this is all about. A timeout is called by Grandview.
They have 2 timeouts remaining.
That's a curious move there.
Yeah. Looks like Jason Peters still talking to a referee along the sidelines. Players all standing around wondering
What's going on? Yep.
Yeah.
Peters is still talking with the 2 officials.
Yeah, very interesting sequence of events considering.
Very interesting indeed. Whitehall going for 2. 5 receivers, Cameron in the shotgun. He takes the snap. He looks, fires over the middle, knocked down, incomplete. The conversion is unsuccessful. It's still 40-13.
The 2-point conversion is no good. 3:28 to go here in third quarter play. Your Whitehall Rams 40.
We'll take a break. 3:28 left here in the third quarter. Whitehall 40, Grandview 13. Back in a flash. Davis, far side. Jake Leach, near side, to return for the Grandview Bobcats. The penalty kick pushes Whitehall's kickoff unit back to their own 25. And it looks like DeLeon Jackson to kick off here. Jackson puts his hand in the air, runs up, kicks a short ground ball, and the Bobcats dive on it at the Whitehall 39.
Unorthodox.
That was Jack Rickard who scooped it up for Grandview Heights. He's a freshman listed as an offensive lineman, defensive lineman. The Bobcats will have really good field position here. Probably their best all night.
Yeah. Almost looked like an onside kick.
I'm not sure what that was.
Yeah. I mean, they've been kicking on the ground all day long, but not 14 yards on the ground, more like 30.
Casey in the gun, takes a snap, fakes the pitch, hands it off to Davis. Davis middle 35, and he lunges his way past the 30, and he got the first down, so give him 10 there. And the Bobcats are inside the Whitehall 30. Actually, give him 11, so he's down to the 28.
Ball spotted at the Whitehall 28-yard line, first down Bobcats.
Casey in the shotgun, one receiver left and right, Max Mott and Glenn Cribbs. Casey takes the shotgun snap. It's a low snap. He hands this to Davis. He's hit behind the line, and he's down at the 34. So that snap really wreaked havoc for Kyle Casey, Darion Davis in the Grandview backfield there. So that's a 6-yard loss, and it's now second down and 16.
Yeah. A little unfortunate there, and then the Whitehall was right on them once Darion actually got the ball, and loss of 6.
Yep. Second down and 16 for the Bobcats. Cribbs and Culp wide to the right, Mott wide to the left. Casey in the gun with Davis at his right hip. Kyle takes the snap, hands it off middle to Darion. Darion, right tackle. He's thrown down at the 30. And it's 3rd and 12. And again, Luke Lachey is out for the remainder of the game. He was injured in the first half. We couldn't tell when from this vantage point, but he is finished for the night.
Darion Davis averaging over 5 yards per carry now. He is at 117 yards on 23 carries. Still a very good game for him.
3rd down and 12 for the Bobcats. Kyle Casey in the shotgun, Davis in the backfield. 2 receivers wide, short side of the field, top of your screen. And a timeout again is called by the Bobcats. Cats have burned 2 timeouts here in the 3rd quarter. If the Cats somehow make this close, that'll come back to bite them. It will.
Helping.
We'll take a break here. 1:44 left here in the 3rd frame. Cats trail 40-13 versus Whitehall. We'll be back for 3rd and 12. You're listening to a presentation of Bobcats football on ghathletics.org. Third down and 12. Casey takes a shotgun snap. He looks left, rolls to the right, throws down the sideline, a diving attempt, low throw, incomplete. He was looking for Max Mott. Throw was in front of him. And it's 4th and 12. And if you're Grandview, you have to go for it here with 4th and 12 at the Whitehall 30.
Yeah, no real options left other than to presumably a pass play here. Try and pick up 10 yards. 12 yards, rather.
4th and 12 for the Bobcats. Cribbs and Davis wide to the left. One wide to the right. Trey Cook in the backfield with Casey. Casey takes a snap. He shoulder pumps. Rolls to his right. Pressure. Throws. It's intercepted. Whitehall has it. 35-40. 45-50. Down the sideline at the 30. 25-20. Only Trey Cook to beat him. He's gone. Touchdown, Whitehall. A 70-yard pick six for Whitehall. I believe that was Charles Miller. And the route is on here at Whitehall Yearling High School.
And we'll also go to running clock with
Yep.
that. It's their second touchdown on a turnover.
Second defensive touchdown.
Yeah.
And after this, there will be a running clock here in Whitehall, and that might bring a merciful end to this game for the Bobcats. Handoff to the fullback. That's Stephon Ellis. He's in. And the conversion is good. Whitehall leads 48-13.
The Grandview Bobcats 13.
No reason their announcer needs to be that loud for a 2-point conversion up by 35. Like sometimes I think Reedy's being a little bit of a home run.
1:24 left in the third quarter. Whitehall to kick off here.
Ladies and gentlemen, this game will now be played with a running clock per the Ohio High School Athletic Association point differential rule. The clock will still be stopped after changes of possession, at the end of periods, and for timeouts, or for any other stoppage of the official.
And the announcement has gone over the PA system that we will be playing with a running clock until Grandview cuts the lead to below 30.
Thank you for attending tonight's game and your continued support of Ohio High School athletics.
DeLeon Jackson to kick off here for the Whitehall Rams. Ball's on the far hash of the field at the 40. Darion Davis deep back to return for the Bobcats far side of the field. I believe that's Jake Leach near side. It's a roller to Davis. He makes a head-high snag at the 27. He's to the 30, 35. He's tackled forward to the 37-yard line. I mean, if you're great, what do you do here? 35-point game, 13 minutes to go.
Yeah, probably just try and restore some confidence.
Yep.
I think a big thing is try not to turn the ball over for the rest of the
Yep.
game.
Turnovers.
They had 3 turnovers this quarter, really killed them.
Casey in the shotgun. He's motioning Kellen Dowdy to the left wing. And he takes snap, hands off to Davis. Davis barrels his way to the 40. So give him 3 on the play. Clock will continue to tick, 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 tick. And it's now second down and 7.
Second down for the Bobcats at their own 40-yard line.
Bobcats, based off their body language in the huddle, seem to be in absolutely no hurry here. As a substitution, Kellen Dowdy is subbed out for Corey Culp. And the Bobcats appear that they will let the clock run to the end of the third quarter. End of the third quarter here in Whitehall. Whitehall has expanded the lead. It's 48-13 Rams. We'll be back for the final 12. You're listening to Bobcats football on ghathletics.org. First play of the fourth quarter, catch trail Whitehall 48-13. Casey in the shotgun with Davis. One receiver each direction. Kyle takes a snap, hands it to Davis, and he is cut down at the 38-yard line of Whitehall for a 2-yard loss. You kind of have a battle of the bands going on here. Both the Grandview and Whitehall bands were playing during the play there. Band trying to stay entertained in what is now a lopsided contest between the Bobcats and the Rams. Third down and 8. 2 receivers wide to the left, 1 wide to the right. Casey in the gun with Davis at his right hip. Casey sends Culp in motion. Handoff middle to Davis. Davis bounces off a tackle. He's in trouble, and he is gang tackled at the 34-yard line.
Davis on the carry. Met by a host of Rams on the play and tackle for a loss. And that'll bring up a Bobcats 4th down.
Appears they're bringing on the punt team.
Bobcats will punt it away here. Carter McCormick, he might be one of the few bright spots today for Grandview. He's had a couple solid punts.
Yeah, they put a lot of pressure on him, but he's been able to get them all off.
Gordon, the lone man, back to return for Whitehall. He's standing far hash of the field at the 36. Cats kicking from left to right. McCormick takes a snap. It's perfect. He sends a short end-over-end kick, far side of the field. It bounces, takes a Whitehall bounce, and Paul Hayden downs it at the Whitehall 48-yard line.
At the Whitehall 48-yard line.
So that's only an 18-yard kick. And the Rams will have good starting field position near midfield here with 10:17 left in the fourth quarter.
47-yard line. First down, Rams.
Clock starts to run. 10:06, 10:05, 10:04. Whitehall doesn't appear to be in any hurry either. Cameron in the shotgun. Tinsley at his left hip. He takes a snap. He hands it off. No, this is not Tinsley. This is Jeremiah Harrison, and he is tackled shy of midfield, so minimal gain there.
Kyle Casey in on the tackle.
Kyle Casey, the tackler for Grandview Heights.
49-yard line, 2nd and 8.
And it's 2nd and 8. Now Whitehall has switched out Nakai Cameron. It looks like Melvin Scott is on here. As Whitehall, they've called off the dogs. Now all their backups are in the game. Scott in the shotgun. Takes a snap. A pitch left side. Here's Charles Miller. Miller, 45 of Grandview, used to the 40, 35-30. Still on his feet. He's gone. Touchdown, Whitehall. It's 54-13. 51 yards for Charles Miller. And a blowout has become even more of a blowout here.
Yeah, that gives them 293 rushing yards.
Unbelievable. Whitehall going for 2 here. Scott in the shotgun with 2 men in the backfield. Scott takes a snap. He hands it off. Cut, he's at the 1, barrels his way to the goal line. He didn't get in. That was Doran Mixon, the ball carrier. He got inside the 1, but he stopped short.
Conversion is no good, but we got 8:48 to go here in the fourth quarter. Your Whitehall Rams 54, the Grandview Bobcats 13.
And in case you did not hear that over the PA system, Whitehall leads 54-13 with 8:48 left here in the fourth. It's only a 6-possession game, as John Sterniker just mentioned to me. Score, fumble the kickoff, score, fumble the kickoff, score, fumble the kickoff. What are we, halfway there now? Oh, you probably need that to happen 2 or 3 more times.
And fun stat of the day, Whitehall now has 9 plays of 20 yards or longer on the game between passes and rushes.
Wow.
This defense has just been getting gashed for big gains.
Hold on. Check the. .8:42 left here in the fourth quarter, clock running. Kickoff is a bouncing ball, middle of the field. Davis picks it up at the 27. He's to the 35-40, 45-50, 45. He dives to the 40 of Whitehall. And that's where the Bobcats will start, down 41 points with 8:27 left in the game.
Grandview will start with the ball, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 Bobcats at the Whitehall 40-yard line. The official winds the clock. Cats slowly getting to the line of scrimmage. It's not Kyle Casey taking the snap here. I think this is Logan Baker taking the snap. He hands it off to Tommy Ernst. He's hit in the backfield and thrown down shy of the 45-yard line. So that's a big loss there. As Grandview has waved the white flag, down 41 points as the backups are now into the game. Well, maybe a nice chance for the backups to pad their stats here, get some varsity experience. As again, the Bobcats standing around the line of scrimmage in no hurry to snap the ball here as the clock continues to run.
Yeah, it's going to be very important for these guys to get some snaps as losing our top wide receiver, running back, and quarterback after this year. So
Logan Baker takes a snap, a handoff to Ernst. He dives down back to the line of scrimmage for no gain, and it's now 3rd and 16. Actually, that's a loss of 1, and it's 3rd and 17.
That'll make it 3rd down for the Bobcats.
Third and 17. Logan Baker in the shotgun. 2 receivers left and right. Split formation. Baker in the backfield, or Ernst in the backfield with Baker. Baker takes a high snap. It's over his head. He's got to get back to dive on it. He does, shy of his own 35-yard line. And it's 4th and very long for the Bobcats.
Fumble, the player covered by the Bobcats. Result of the play makes it 4th down.
Connor McCormick on to punt here on 4th and 33. Clock continues to run. 5:54 left in the fourth quarter. Cats down 54-13 in what will be their first loss of the season.
Connor McCormick set to punt for the Bobcats. Jeremiah Harrison, backfield Whitehall Rams.
Jeremiah Harrison back to return. McCormick takes a chest-high snap, sends an end-over-end kick middle of the field. Harrison catches at the 31, stumbles. He goes far side to the 30, tries to cut middle, now reverses his field. He's back at his own 20, starts up the middle, and a flag flies. This is going to be a hold, and he is brought down at the 33.
A 2-yard return.
So that's the longest 2-yard return I've seen in quite a while.
And, yeah, it looked like a block in the back there.
Yeah, you knew they had to call something
A
there,
huge
right?
block in the back. I saw it. Someone, unsure who, but a Grandview player got blown up.
Personal foul is the call against the Rams.
A personal foul on the Rams.
Personal fouls called against the Rams. So not the traditional block in the back like we thought.
Maybe a chop block, unnecessary roughness, possibly something along those lines. As
The Rams will be all the way back at their own 10-yard line.
As Whitehall's third personal foul on offense or kick returns.
Interesting. First and 10 Rams, their own 10-yard line. 5:14 left here in the game. Cats trail by 41. The official has not given the wind the clock signal.
As the
Now he puts his hand in the air, and the clock starts to run. First and 10 for Whitehall at their own 10. QB takes a snap, rolls to his left, designed run. He's looking for the corner. He's to the 15, 20, first down, and he jackknifes out of bounds at the 22-yard line.
Number 27, Max Mott of the Bobcats.
Max Mott was the man who angled him out of bounds there.
And
That is good for another
that
first
gives
down.
them over 300 rushing yards on the day.
Wow, that's quite a feat. That's quite a feat. Melvin Scott in the gun, three receivers wide to the right, one wide to the left. A wing on the right. He sends Jeremiah Harrison in motion to the left. And he takes a snap, hands off to Harrison. He bobbles it. He's back at his own 10, trying to find some room. He's to the 15. Flag flies. Two flags fly in.
Unsure, they blew the play down immediately after the flags.
Yep. So two flags were thrown on the play. Clock continues to run as the officials talk this over. 3:49, 3:48, and counting. As three officials talk this over. And the officials finally stop the clock. And the official waved, and they wave off the flag.
They wave off the flag.
So no flag on the play, even though two officials threw flags there.
Yeah, unsure what that sequence.
And it's still first down.
But they're lined up far behind.
Officials still trying to sort this out here. Officials are not in agreement as to where this ball should be spotted.
Not at
Although it looks like we may finally be settling this.
looks,
Ball is set down at the 22.
looks like we're replaying first down.
So replay first down here. And a whistle blows.
And
the officials are going to talk this over again. Clock's still running with now the clock stops with 3:07 left.
yeah, that was a very weird sequence. I've never seen, because the officials blew the play down in the middle of the play as they threw flags, waved off the flags, discussed for a while, and made it first down again at the at the original 1st and 10 marker. And then right before Whitehall started the play, they blew it down again.
3:05 left in the fourth quarter. As Scott takes a snap, tries to cut the corner, and he's stood up at the line of scrimmage. No gain, or minimal gain at most. And it's second down. Well, back to the drawing board if you're Grandview Heights. This will not be a fun day watching film tomorrow if you're a Grandview Bobcat, but this is one you just have to shake off.
2 on the play makes it second down for the Rams.
Whitehall, they've made the playoffs 3 straight years of the reigning Mid-State League champions. Granted, they're 1-3 this year. They've played some stiff competition as Darren Mixon takes a handoff. He's to the 25-30, 35-40, 45-50, 45-40, 35-30, 25-20. He's gone. Touchdown, Whitehall. Doran Mixon, 76 yards, and it's now 60-13 as, oh boy.
Yeah, you think the game's about over, and then Whitehall just has to gash the defense one last time.
Turnovers and open field tackling are the 2 biggest problems of many, quite frankly, tonight for the Bobcats. So how many rushing yards do you have Whitehall at now, Calvin?
384.
384.
It's been a
My God.
It's been a rough night for stat keeping with.
Whitehall going for 2 again. Quarterback's in trouble, and he's thrown down at the 10-yard line. The conversion is no good.
Conversion is no good.
Yeah, it's been a rough night for stat
And
keeping
we
as
have 2:07 to go
Whitehall
here in
with
the
their
fourth quarter.
many runners and lots of big plays. It's been hard to add up, figure out who is the ball carrier. It's been
It's never a day at the beach for you stat guys, huh?
yeah. Whitehall with that touchdown, Mixon becomes their 9th rusher of the game. So yeah, they've had 9 ball carriers so far, and a few more that have made receptions. So it's been a lot of work up here.
Yep. 2:07 left. You'd think that this would be the final possession of the game. DeLeon Jackson to kick off here for Whitehall. 2 men back to return for Grandview. It looks like Connor McCormick's on the left hash and Jake Leach on the far side. And he bombs this one middle of the field, and a flag flies.
Offside will be the call against the Rams.
Offsides against the Rams. And the clock continues to run. 1:53, 1:52, 1:51. And Whitehall this time will kick it from their own 35-yard line. You think Grade would just run the ball here, wouldn't you, Calvin?
Yeah, they
Just get this is
you just want to get out.
this is a hard one to stomach. It really is. 60-13. DeLeon Jackson to kick off. He kicks an end-over-end kick, middle of the field. Jake Leach catches at the 21. He's to the 25. He's hit at the 28, and that's as far as he'll get.
Jake Leach on the return for the Bobcats. Tackle made by
As the clock
Rams
stops,
Cyrus
1:08
Taylor.
left here
Bobcats will
in the
have
fourth
ball
quarter, and
first
you
and 10
would think
from their own
there are no sure things in this
27-yard
game,
line.
but you'd think that this is the final drive of the game.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Grandview, it's honestly what you hope for. Just try not to turn the ball over. Maybe get a couple yards for some of the younger guys on the
Yep.
on the roster.
And a look ahead for the Bobcats. Next week, we'll travel to Canal Winchester for the broadcast versus Harvest Prep. As we'll bring that game to you. We'll go live at 6:55 p.m.
And we are under a minute to go in the game.
47 seconds left. Clock winding down. Three receivers wide to the right, one wide in the slot to the left. High snap. Baker is hit at the 21, pushed back for a 6-yard loss on the bobbled snap. 26-25. Clock continues to run. Bobcats still in the huddle, not in any hurry. As it looks like we have seen the final play here in Whitehall.
And that is going to be
Final score, Whitehall 60, Grandview 13. Whitehall improves to 2-3. The Bobcats drop to 4-1. Cats are 1-1 in league play. And Whitehall gets their first win in 2 weeks, their second win of the year. And this is Whitehall's first league win of the year. Players will shake hands, but Calvin, final stats?
Yeah, one of the few bright spots for Bobcats is Darion had 114 rushing yards on 26 carries. Did have 2 fumbles, though. And the offensive stats for Whitehall are pretty gruesome. 384 yards on the ground and 241 through the air. Yeah, and 9 touchdowns in total. Leading rusher, Yvonne Blackshear with 150 yards. And leading receiver, Gordon with 88 yards. And yeah, not much else you can say. Just get back at it next week. You know, it's a very good Division II side. Whitehall is. Their record might not look like it, but they're a very skilled, deep team, and
They've made 3 straight playoff appearances, too.
yeah, and they're
Won the league last year.
coming off a 2-score loss at Columbus Academy, maybe a little angry, playing hard, trying to.
Yep.
Really was a must-win game for them. So, yeah.
And we'll leave it at that. We hope you tune in from Canal Winchester next week as the Bobcats take on Harvest Prep. Once again, the final from Whitehall, Whitehall 60, the Grandview Bobcats.